wanted to give a brief summary of what's going on in the city of Quincy since the fire. Obviously, after the fire occurred, which our fire department did a great job making sure that the fire was contained, then we were concerned about making the perimeter safe for the public, opening up 4th Street, which was accomplished later on in the week. We've met over the past week in the administration to review all the ideas that have been floated in the community and to work on the next phase of demolition for the Newcomb Hotel. And tonight at the Finance Committee there is an RFP process that will be talked about and hopefully approved, where we will go out for bids for the next phase. And I want to let the public know that we've heard them loud and clear. As part of the RFP process, we will be pricing how much it will cost us to keep the north and west facade walls up. Obviously, we can't commit to it until we get a cost estimate on it, but we are going to look at that option. We're also going to look at options of keeping 1,200 bricks that could be sold at a later date. Once again, we can't commit that we will do that, but we want to explore all options. Many people in the community have come to me throughout the last week and, really wanted us to do as much as we can to salvage items from the Newcomb and make sure that we restore the integrity of the square, and that's what we're committed to. We've also met with the legal team, and I can tell you we are exhausting all of our legal options. One, to get the title from Victor Horowitz. We've been foreclosing for the past few months, and we're hoping to speed that process back up, but then to also see if we can't salvage any costs from Mr. Horowitz. And obviously that process needs to play out, and I can't give you specifics on that, but I can tell you that we are aggressively going after all of our legal options that we can do. And over the past week, besides our legal team, our planning and development, our fire department, our police department has worked tirelessly to bring the person or persons responsible for setting this fire to justice, and the chief will talk to you about that now.
Thank you, Mayor. On Friday, September 6, 2013 at 8:40 p.m., Quincy Fire Department was notified of smoke and flames coming from the Newcomb Hotel located behind me here at 4th and Main. The building was fully engulfed within a short time of the Quincy Fire Department's arrival. The building was a total loss, and as you can see, is currently being demolished. Quincy Police Department and Fire Department launched a joint investigation into that fire. In the following days, information was developed in regards to an individual who had been inside the Newcomb Hotel on prior occasions. As part of the investigation, detectives located this individual and spoke with him about his prior entries into the structure. In the course of this interview, the subject divulged he had been inside the Newcomb Hotel on the evening of that fire. As a result of this interview and subsequent interviews and investigation, the subject was arrested this morning with burglary and criminal damage over $100,000 to the Newcomb Hotel and is currently lodged in the Adams County Jail. The arrestee is 24-year-old Matthew C. Clark of Quincy, Illinois. The investigation is continuing and formal charges are pending. Any questions?
Do we know if this was an accident or if this was intentionally done?
At this point, I can't discuss how the fire actually started.
Chief, last name spelled Clark, C-L-A-R-C-K, or is there an E at the end?
No E. And no, it's C-L-A-R-K. We have photos. Lieutenant Dreyer has some there. We can also email them to you, and we can do that as soon as we get back to the station if you want. Any other questions?
How many other times beforehand did Mr. Clark, has he discussed how many times he was in the building, what he was doing in the building?
Yes, we do have that information. I can't tell you exactly how many times, but I know it was more than one occasion he was in that building for a specific purpose, and again, I can't discuss what that purpose was.
Can you tell us what all went into this investigation? How are you guys able to determine this?
As we said early on in this, a lot of arson cases, fire investigations are made through investigation, and through interrogation and interviews. And obviously that's what it brought in this case as well. The interviews, we got several leads, followed up on them, and one of them panned out to be a good lead, and through interviews of the investigators is where we led to the arrest.
How many people were you able to talk to?
I really don't have a number of the people that we talked to.
Any additional questions?
All right, we've
Thank
got
you.